Hello, and welcome to my channel. My name is Jonathan Cohn, and today I have a special breaking news video about a new book contract from the author Timothy Zahn. Many people know Mr. Zahn from his Star Wars novels, although he has also written many science fiction novels over the course of the last 4 decades. Mr. Timothy Zahn has recently signed a contract with Baen Books for 3 sequels in his Icarus book series. To give you a brief history, Timothy Zahn released The Icarus Hunt in August of 1999 through Bantam Publishing, which also was the publisher that had produced his Star Wars novels for the last near decade. Nothing happened for many years until a sequel was announced by Baen Books, which had published many of his original science fiction novels. That new book announcement was The Icarus Plot, and that book was released in July of 2022. Now we have not 1, not 2, but 3 sequels to The Icarus Plot that have been announced. First, I will read you my sources and information on this, and then I will discuss my thoughts on the matter. The first bit of news came in the People and Publishing Roundup December 2022 article from Locus magazine's website. I will link down below. The news was several paragraphs into the article discussing many other book contracts that occurred. And the section on Timothy Zahn reads as follows, quote, Timothy Zahn sold space operas The Icarus Twin, The Icarus Job, and The Icarus Changeling to Tony Weisskampf at Baen via Russell Galen of Scottsville Galen Gosh Literary Agency. Locus magazine is a very reputable source, I believe, as they have very good sources when it comes to book contracts and book publishing news. But that is not my only source. No, I also have a second source which comes directly from the publisher, Baen Books. This is a really interesting development because Baen Books reached out to me through my YouTube channel and commented on 2 of my Timothy Zahn videos. I will read you both of their comments. On the first video, which was my review of The Icarus Plot, Baen Books commented, quote, great review. You'll be happy to hear we're publishing the first of several sequels, The Icarus Twin, this December. Unquote. On my video from August 2021, titled Timothy Zahn Books You Should Read, Baen Books also commented, thanks for covering some of Timothy Zahn's non-Star Wars books. If you liked The Icarus Hunt, you'll be thrilled to know we're doing a sequel series following the first book, The Icarus Plot, came out last year. The first sequel, The Icarus Twin, comes out this December. Now, I wanted to let you know a few things that I'm feeling about this. One thing is I looked everywhere I could, and Baen Books has not really pushed this anywhere else. They do not have articles, and they do not have Amazon listings up quite yet as I'm recording this video. They also have not had social media posts that I could find or anything, so this is a brand new news from Baen. And had it exclusively come from Locus magazine's publishing, I would have been a little bit hesitant to make this video announcement. However, since I not only have a second source, but the second source is the publisher making a public comment on my channel, I felt that this was worthy enough to cover the full news in a video. Obviously, I'm very excited. I've read most of Timothy Zahn's works. He is one of my favorite authors of all time. I have read every single one of his Star Wars novels, and I have also read several, about 20-something, of his non-Star Wars books, including his Conquerors trilogy, his books Angel Mass, and The Manta's Gift, which was one of my favorite science fiction books ever. I also read some of his books that were published by Baen Publishing, including the Cobra series, as well as Spinneret, and also I've read several other books of his. And, of course, The Icarus Hunt and The Icarus Plot. And I read The Icarus Hunt several years ago, and I quite enjoyed it. It was a really fun science fiction novel. It wasn't necessarily my favorite Timothy Zahn novel, but it was very well done. I also enjoyed the Icarus plot. However, and this is where I think the story gets interesting, I was very critical of the way that Baen published this book, particularly the fact that they didn't advertise it as part of a series, didn't advertise it as a sequel to a book, they didn't market it as a sequel. It's just called The Icarus Plot. And if you haven't read, you have to figure out that it's a sequel. And it stands alone pretty much, but it really should have been announced that it was a sequel because there are sequel elements from the Icarus Hunt, the first book that are in the book. So I was very critical of the way Baen published this book, but I was still very thankful that it happened because we need more independent science fiction books from publishers, and Baen is one of the best publishers out there. I recently went to Dragon Con, where Baen actually had several booths, and they had several sponsorships, and they were actually, surprisingly, it was the only place I've ever seen this, they actually had marketing materials for the Icarus plot. I've never seen marketing materials anywhere else. It was the only place. And I was very happy that they actually took the time to support that science fiction convention. But I think that they can do better, and Baen Books, if you are watching this video, please work on formatting the book better so it's clear which books are in the series, so that it's clear what order to read them in, and also that you make it, recognize that even though you didn't publish the first book, you are publishing the series, and you need people to read the first book. So that is some of my criticism of Baen out of the way. But I'd also like to say I am incredibly honored that Baen Books contacted me and let me know on my YouTube channel. I don't know whether it was because I was one of the only YouTubers to review the book, or whether this is someone at Baen who was looking out for reviews and really liked my review. But I want to thank Baen for letting me know about this and giving me the information that I needed. And I'd also like to thank Baen for taking these strides to publish these books. I know it's a risk, and I was actually, in my written review that I did on Goodreads, I actually said I would be shocked if the Icarus series got more books, because there was no buzz online for this book. A handful of people tweeted about it, and only a handful of people reviewed it on Goodreads and on Amazon. And so I was absolutely shocked to learn that they're not doing just one sequel, but they've bought the contract for 3 sequels, the first of which coming out this December, which I assume means December 2023. So I am incredibly excited about this book announcement. I think that this just really energized me for Timothy Zahn. He hasn't had many book announcements recently, ever since he finished his Thrawn Ascendancy trilogy, and also he hasn't had many science fiction books announced recently since he's wrapped up most of his science fiction series. So it's good to see that he's still writing and he's still hard at work. And I cannot wait to read these books. You can absolutely bet I will review these books when they come out, and I will put my review on YouTube and my written review on Goodreads. But until next time, I'm Jonathan, and thank you for watching.